everybody. How are you? I'm so glad to be back this week for Tent Talks, big topics for young readers. And today's topic, we are going to be talking about the B's and the D's. And the B's and the D's are so hard for kids to understand. It's so similar, and just the ball and the stick is on one side. But I have some tips that could really, really help students. I have seen several students every year. I have at least 5 or 6 that really, really struggle with this. So if I have 5 or 6 every year, I'm sure you might know someone who struggles too. So here are a few tips that I have for your B's and your D's. The first one can be, you can use this trick and it's only one single word that is so helpful. And the word is bed. Yes, it's that simple. Bed. B and the D's. So I'm going to show you this over here real fast. So this is a picture of a bed. And the word bed starts with a B and ends with a D. So what I have my students do is I want them to create this as a visual in their head. But what I also want them to do is draw the word bed, B, E, D, and so that they understand and draw a person sleeping in the bed. A nice little stick person there. We'll draw eyes closed, give this person a little bit of hair. All right, so I want them to be able to visualize that the bed post is on this side in the beginning of the bed, and then the bubble is on this side, and then the stick is on this side, and then the ball is on this side for the D, for the very ending of the word. So you have bed. Now, it's a visual. Some kids are visual learners and some kids aren't. And they're not always going to have something like this with them when they're practicing in a classroom reading. So one thing that can be really helpful to them, they can take with them wherever they go, are their hands. And let me show you a little trick that helps with that. So let's go back over here. So if you, what you do, I'm going to turn around this way. I know it's a little bit awkward, but I'm going to turn around this way so that this works. So I always have my students put their fingers together, put their fists together like this, and I say, make your bed. And all they have to do is put up the first 2 fingers. So you have bed, B, D. The stick is on this side, and the ball is on this side for the B. The D, the stick is on this side, and the ball is on this side. So all they have to do when they're reading, and I see my students do this all the time when they're learning how to read or they're writing, I'll see them put their hands down and quickly put up their fingers, bed. And they're, oh yeah, that's the B. B goes on this side. It's a really good visual for them. Kids need visuals. That really helps them learn to read and spell and write. So bed. Another way you can do it is you can have them put your fists together like this, and you can do bed. B, D. Some kids like to do this better, and that's fine. Whichever way you do it, it still makes a B and it still makes a D. You have the ball on this side, stick, D, ball on this side, and the stick. So that's one way. Another way is they talk about a bat and a ball. So if your child is struggling with the B, you have them draw the bat first and then the ball. So bat and ball is kind of how you say it. Or you talk about a drumstick. The word drum comes first and then the stick. So you draw the drum stick. See how that works? Drum stick or bat and ball. That could be really helpful to you also. So there's a few little tricks right there that you could do. And then as a little added bonus, I thought I would show you, I know a lot of kids get really confused with the P and the G sometimes, which way the little loop goes. So again, now this is gonna be a little bit awkward, me showing you, because I'm gonna have to turn around a little bit, but if you have like your B and your D for bed, if you turn it over, like I said, this is awkward. All right, you have, and you can use the word pig. So you have the P with your thumb going down like this and your ball on this side. And then your G, you can just kind of curve your thumb a little bit so they get the idea that the ball is on this side and then the G comes down like this. So you have pig, P and the G. So those are your tips and tricks for this week. Thank you so much for coming and listening to Tent Talks, Big Topics for Young Readers. I really hope you found this helpful, and I hope your reader and writer really gets those B's and those D's figured out, because I understand how frustrating it can be, especially when you're working with kids all year long and trying to get them to understand them, and they feel frustrated. So let's take the frustration out for them. Let's take the confusion. Let's make them feel good as readers and as writers, and give them the confidence that they need to be able to spell words. Reading and spelling and writing is all about confidence. And if they have confidence because they have these little tricks and they understand the difference between the B's and the D's and the P's and the G's and all the letters, they will just climb mountains. So hope you enjoyed.